Daily driver. If you've been around YouTube for a while, you've probably heard some people talk about their so-called daily driver. Back in the day, this term daily driver used to refer to which car people drove on a daily basis. You know, as in you'd be chilling with your boys at your latest yacht and talk about how even though you had the red Ferrari and the yellow Ferrari, you would still use your 4x4 as your daily driver to blend in with the peasantry. You know, just regular car talk. However, since it turns out that, surprisingly, not that many people own enough cars to talk about their daily choice of driver, and since the world of smartphones has grown very vast and diverse, daily driver is now used to talk about which of your million phones you use as your daily device.
I've spent 10 months carrying foldables as daily drivers.
Now, I actually have never used an iPhone as my daily driver for an extended period of time.
Decided to go with Samsung once again for my daily driver.
The iPhone 12 mini is my daily driver.
Back to my Note 9, my daily driver as my daily driver.
Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably just YouTubers who use this term. Anyway, it's not so uncommon to have either of these devices laying around, like the iPhone or the Android. Both these devices tend to be considered when people choose their next phone. And whilst one may have some benefits over the other, let's not get bogged down about which one actually has the better features and which one actually gets updates, because that is not important today at all. You see, I will settle the score between iPhone and Android once and for all, because I have found what I believe is the best daily driver of 2021. And let me tell you, it is neither of these two. The phone, which I use every single day, is cheaper than the Android, has features that the iPhone doesn't, and draws oh so much more attention than either of these two. It is, boom, a Nokia! This thing, let me tell you, is amazing, okay? So, first of all, like, it just feels so amazing in the hand. Like, let me compare this to, like, this is the iPhone 5, which is considered small compared to like that, but this thing is even smaller compared to that, and it just feels so good in the hand. Like look at these rounded corners, look at like that smooth plastic, like it's just made for you to put in your hand and then close, whereas this, that hurt, man. It's like, how am I supposed to hold this? Apple, what the fuck? It is very simply just one giant fidget machine though. Like, I mean, I just can't stop doing that. It's just really, really fun. Anyway, let's go over some of the features. It has like a headphone jack, a flashlight, and a micro USB for charging. Then around back, we find a removable back cover and a removable battery. And then, if we go up front, ooh, look at that. What do we find here? It's a full color LCD! The last time I had one of these, it was like one of that, and it didn't really have color. And now, to see a Nokia, which has color, it's like, I mean, what do you expect? It's 2021, but still. So, yeah, what we find is just very simply, you have messages, you have contacts, call log, you have a clock, so you can set alarms, actually. I've actually used this as my alarm clock, which, I don't know if I should be proud of. But let's get into the box first, because I've actually not opened this yet. Look at that! Apple. You can learn from this. It's just insane to me that if you buy a phone for $1,000 or more, that you don't really get a charger with it. Anyway, when it comes to features, we all kind of know what this does, because, I mean, let's face it, it's very simply a phone. So then why the fuck do I use this in 2021? Well, let me explain it to you, okay? So, you know, anytime I go anywhere, right, I see people using these. People on their phones. I mean, like, I'm guilty as charged. I am on my phone all the time as well. And what I use these for is not necessarily, like, useful stuff. Like, most of the time, I'm just looking at memes all day. And not just like new memes. I'm just looking at the same memes over and over again. So, hey then, here's an idea. Why don't you just, like, turn your phone off and then leave it at home? Problem solved, right? Well, yes, but actually no, because, you know, when I leave my phone at home, I kind of lose the purpose as to why I had a phone to begin with, so that, you know, people can call me whenever I'm out. Leaving it at home or turned off then is not really a solution. And, you know, I've tried all those things where, like, I'm being very strong-minded and I'm not touching it at all, but then there's all these bloody notifications, like Discord, YouTube, and like all the social media I need to stay in touch with you guys. But the things which I don't want to have on when I'm trying to sleep or spend time with family, or let alone when I'm driving down the road. So that is where this comes in. This thing is on all the time. People that I care about have my phone number, and they can call me at any time, and I can call them at any time I want. And that has just worked out so fucking well. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still using these things as like phones that I use around the house for watching videos and stuff, but I just don't take them with me as phones anymore, and it's just so freaking good. Of course, this thing doesn't really have any internet access, but like, when was the last time you were at a place where there was like no computer or internet access at all? Like, especially nowadays when I'm constantly at home, like all my internet needs are just fulfilled by this guy here. And as I said, you know, I'm still using these two devices here, like, as like kind of like supercharged iPods with like all the phone functionality, just no SIM card in them. That said, this thing does have one feature which all of these phones don't have. And when I say all of the phones, I don't just mean the phones which are right here, I mean all of these smartphones. Like, you know, the Samsung Flip one, or that Motorola Fold one, or that LG Flip thing. Like, this thing right here draws all the fucking attention. Like, seriously, I've had like a few like brand new phones over the years, and whenever I bring them to people, like, the most you'll get out of people that see your new phone is like, oh, is that a new phone? Looks cool. And that is all, trust me, that is all you'll ever get whenever you show someone a brand new phone you have just paid over $1,000 for. However, I bring out this thing, and oh my fucking god, people go wild. They fucking storm me when they see this thing. I mean, at like a 1.5 meter distance, because we gotta keep it safe. But they fucking storm me responsibly. Everyone just wants to know what the hell this is. Even if I just like take it up, just like very briefly, just like check the time, and like they're just like, what the fuck are you holding? It is insane. They just want to hold it, they want to feel it, and above all, they want to play Snake. Oh yeah. There we go. As you bet, this thing is a Nokia. It plays fucking Snake. One of the most fun things is that people just get super nostalgic with this thing. Like, they just want to hold it and feel it, and they talk about how long it's been and how they really miss playing Snake. Never mind that you can download Snake on like most modern devices for absolutely free right now, but you know. So not only does this phone act like a phone, does it pull myself out of mindlessly scrolling memes all day, and does it actually bombard me with attention whenever I bring it out, it's also sturdy as fuck, because look at that, it's a fucking Nokia. So, you know, you may be wondering right now, sounds awfully mighty and fine, mate. You know, it's a sweet deal, but what the heck is it gonna cost me? Because I have seen so many videos on YouTube claiming the best new thing you gotta have, and it's just cost me a fucking fortune, which I'm never gonna be able to afford. Well, let me cut you the deal. This thing right here is 20 bucks. Like, yes, 20 bucks to buy this Nokia brand new. 20 bucks! Like, man, I've had lunches that were more expensive than this thing. It just absolutely blew my mind when I saw that this thing was for 20 bucks, brand new, and I would compare it to like all these brand new phones out there. I just like, Urgh! I just had to have this thing to try it out. And so far, I can tell you, it's just not let me down. Oh, and that brings me to the final and most important benefit of this phone, is that this thing is so cheap, I don't care about it. Of course, this thing is amazing, like, I love it. However, I don't care if this thing breaks because it's cheap. So I'll take it with me, I'll toss it in my backpack, it starts to rain, I get soaked. I don't give a shit, because this thing is 20 bucks. I can just replace it if I need to. And that is what I really, really love about this thing, is I believe that phones are meant to be used, not to be like cradled around in 10 different cases. Like, look at these ugly things. Like, these were all cases, these broken and disgusting things were all cases I bought for this Samsung S4. And all of these cases individually, like, they all broke after a couple of months. They were 50 bucks each. Like, imagine for just these 3 cases alone, how many Nokias could I have bought for these cases? Like, it's insane. So, long story short, I absolutely love this thing. Of course, it definitely has some downsides. Like, it is a dumb phone. It is like an old phone. But if you go back to the really olden days, there is one big difference between these two. Yes, this thing may be the one we all remember, but one thing which we don't remember about this is goddamn signal. Like, I actually tried to use one of these phones for a while, but one thing which I just experienced, that signal constantly drops. Like, these phones, back in the day, we used to lose signal. That's why they have this big antenna, mate, because the signal doesn't just come in here, it has to come in there. And this thing just never loses signal. Oh, one more thing which this thing just never loses. Let me get rid of all this. One thing which this phone never does is lose battery. Like, I've had this charged like a couple of days ago, and like, look at what that battery is on. Look at what that battery is. I don't think you can even see that. Maybe in here. Look at that battery, boys. Like, that is like 90% battery. I don't remember the last day I charged it. I charge it like once a week, and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it breaking. I don't have to worry about it, like, charging. It's an entirely stress-free phone. Unlike you. Anyway, that was it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this somewhat like techie video. It wasn't really much of a review because I was like, I really like this thing, okay? And there are definitely some downsides to it. Like, if you go in here, you'll find that apart from Snake, which is like a free game, you have all these other games installed, which like you can buy for like $3. Like, you got to estimate, it's like, who is gonna buy $3 games on this phone? Like, why do you even include them? Like, I wonder how much money they make from just like people like texting them, oh yeah, I want to buy Tetris for like $3 on my Nokia so I can play. Like, no one does that. But that said, I really enjoy it. Like, I think it's a really cool idea, and I think that like it's a fun option to explore. Like, I mean, like, I'm not entirely anti like social media and tech. Like, I really love these phones. I just don't want to keep them around. That's pretty much all I want to say with this. So. Anyway, that said, I know it's like super late. I mean, it's the middle of February, but hope your year is going good, and hopefully it will get better soon, and we'll get more freedoms, and we can do much more good and like have more fun in this year. This is the year when things are hopefully getting better. That said, one of the things where this year is definitely getting better is more videos, so expect more to come out. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check out any of these videos if you want to see more of the channel, and I will see you all next time for more stuff.